One of my central messages, I guess, is that everything is a signal. Even when you don't think what you're doing is a social signal, it's a social signal. So everything needs to be interpreted on like at least two levels, right? There's what you're actually doing and the reasons why you think you're doing it, and then there's the reasons that you're actually doing it. And that's true for almost everything. Everything is a signal of some.
And do all women do this stuff? I mean, you're saying everything is a signal. Is everything a signal for every woman?
Look, I think yes, because you can't escape the selection pressure. You can't decide to opt out, right? So everything you do is going to be, the way you present yourself, the way you speak, what you choose to say, what you choose not to say, the clothes you wear, everything sends a signal, whether you are aware of it or not, whether you want to or not. Everything sends a signal out to the people around you that is going to be interpreted by different groups in different ways, but in functional ways. It will have real functional consequences for you. So whether you're aware of it or not, whether you think that's what you're doing, everything is a choice, and everything is going to affect how the humans around you interact with you. Like, you can't decide to make other people not receive what you're doing as a signal just because you don't want them to. Like, you can't, right? This is how humans interact. Everything changes. We can do almost anything to a picture of a person and get a bunch of ratings then about that picture, and you will see systematic, coherent shifts. People interpret, like I said, there's differences, right? High mate value men don't mind makeup. Everyone else doesn't like it as far as men go, and women generally on the whole genuinely think it's an improvement in attractiveness. So, not everyone is the same, but there are clear, coherent patterns there. And so however you present yourself to the outside world, that is going to dictate how other people receive you. You might not want it to. You might not be thinking about it. You might just be literally shoving on whatever clothes are most convenient to you and not paying heed to it. But you can't stop other people then making those implicit judgments about you. And you can't stop yourself making those implicit judgments about others. Like, many women, will tell me that they don't know that they didn't know that men liked long hair, and they don't even think men do like long hair. I'm like, no, they do. But, I don't think they do. And I never think about, I just put my hair up to get it out of the way, and sometimes I don't bother. Okay, sure. You put it up to get out of the way, and sometimes you don't bother. So you're not aware of what your motives are. But what do you think your brain is doing? Do you think your brain is just like sitting idly by while you do your hair? No, of course not. Your brain is making decisions about how you're going to wear your hair that day. And there are reasons for those decisions. You don't have to be aware of them. And we're not aware of, like, I don't know, you can't attach an exact percentage to it, but we're not aware of the overwhelming majority of the reasons for why we engage in certain behaviors. It's implicit. We don't think about it consciously. We don't need to be aware of the complex payoff matrix. They exist. We behave in them, other people respond to it, and you get the outcomes. None of it depends on awareness. No one has to
Okay.
know any of this, right? It's still happening. Like all these other animals that we study these signaling behaviors in, and we can create their payoff matrices, and we can show that when the vole does this, the female vole, right? Voles don't understand payoff matrices. Voles don't understand fashions and trends and social signaling, but we can explain how all of that happens. And for some reason, we're a mix of naive enough or arrogant enough to somehow think that, oh, that's not what it feels like is going on inside my head. Therefore, I'm pretty sure that's not what's happening to me, as we pop our hair up in a lovely bun and put on a nice dress and head out to work. Like, it is what's happening. You cannot opt out of what you are. You can't opt out of biology.
To go even deeper on these ideas, you can watch my full episode using the link in the description or the box on the screen.